Okay, good.
No, you weren't on fire.
He's on fire.
All right, yeah, Giuseppe, introduce us, and then Are we doing what we played this week? I'm assuming we'll do that.
Sure, yeah. Let me
Okay, introduce us. We'll do what we played. Let me go last for what we played.
Yeah, okay, hold on 1 second. Let me just
Okay.
start the link on my Facebook for
What
for YouTube.
hell is this? Okay.
Facebook feed.
It sounds like, according to a couple things here too. Well, I'll save that, but
Yeah, save it. Hold on to it.
interesting talks.
All right, are we ready to roll?
I'm good.
We are live.
Live and in living color, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to Crafting a Chat, episode 19, with your incredible, indelible, awesome group of gentlemen. Crafting a Chat with you this evening, Adam, Genesis, Giuseppe Jones. We're going to be talking a lot about games of the year, because the show is coming up. There are some really good games, believe it or not, that actually have come out this year. And we're going to give our little predictions. And Mr. Adam is going to lead us on a little bit of a game award quiz. And that's going to be interesting and fun. And I can't wait, because his last quiz was quite awesome. So let's just jump right in. Adam, Genesis, and me, what have we all been playing? Genesis, let's start with you.
Ooh, I played some Minecraft, and I don't think I want to play Minecraft ever again, except for going in here.
How
I was
come?
pretty heartbroken the other night. It was pretty bad, pretty sad. Make a long story short, I fell and died. I found my stuff, and then I fell and died again, but into lava this time. So all my stuff is gone. So I think I'm going to take a break from Minecraft, or not even come back at all. According to Adam and a couple of people, I think, who can probably attest to what he said. I've said this before, and I came back. So you know what? Probably is going to happen again, but I really am angry with just not with everything with Minecraft. I don't. But other than that, played some Resident Evil 3. Been having some fun with that.
Awesome.
Played some more Devil May Cry 5, and there was one thing that I played and I can't remember now. If it comes to me, I'll remember, but if not, it probably wasn't important.
Did you beat Resident Evil 3? Like, how far did you get in it?
I want to say maybe 50-60% of the way in. Yeah, about 60% of the way in. I think I'm playing with the other character now, Carlos.
Ah, okay.
So right now, yeah, I think I'm with Carlos at this point in time for another one of his segments that I was just supposed to, I think, take on right when I stopped.
Awesome.
Well, yeah, having a lot of fun with that. Runs nice on the PS5 again. That doesn't have a specific patch, but the little enhancements, like with the quote-unquote boost mode, definitely helps the 60 frames on Resident Evil. So it plays and very smoothly and looks very nice.
Huh. Awesome. Well, first of all, I'd like to say, I just unboxed something. It looks like a Johnny Silverhand Funko Pop figure in a Best Buy box. I don't know if any of you gentlemen are responsible for this.
Not me.
Yeah!
Well,
I figured you'd get a kick out of that one. I was like, you might like this one, actually.
it's Keanu. Of course I would love this. Come on, it's Keanu. Well, thank you
He's
so
breathtaking.
much.
Not a problem, good sir. Not a
as
problem.
Not as breathtaking as you. Thank you so much. That's a nice little thing. Awesome.
You'll get the rest of it in 2 days.
There's more? Jeez.
Oh yeah, you'll get the rest of it in 2 days.
Wow. So, so again, thank you very much for that.
Not a
And
problem.
I've not really been playing too much. Just still some more Warframe myself. And honestly, it's my work schedule has been all over the place, and I've really not had a lot of spare time. Life is very complex, but there are some video games, and hopefully there are more fantastic games to come on the horizon. And that's really it from me. Nothing new to report. Adam, what about you?
I haven't been playing too much, honestly. Played Minecraft. Really only Minecraft. So I say, let's stop talking about this. Let's get into the Game Awards.
Let's do
You
it.
gentlemen okay with that?
Let's do it.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
1 second. Gentlemen, please follow me down here.
Whoa, we're moving!
Woo! Boink. Oh.
Wow!
Pretties.
All right. If you see what I've made here,
Glorious.
I didn't make this week. I made this a couple weeks ago. But I play a lot of Minecraft, guys.
Which do we have an order for seating, or we just grab a seat?
No order for seating. Just kind of grab a seat because the thing is,
I like this seat.
You got it.
gentlemen, I'm
Yes.
doing the quiz, so I will be on the stage,
Oh, hooray! We gotta kill those
and I
bats.
will be
Okay.
reading you off the options on this quiz. Are you gentlemen ready?
I am
I'm a
so
terrible
ready.
shot.
I'm
Yeah,
so.
well,
I'm a terrible.
I'll tell you right now, you aren't ready
Oh.
Uh-huh.
because
Alright, I'll stop.
I'm ready for pain.
There's your book,
I'm ready for suffering.
and there's your book.
Book!
Do you gentlemen remember? Do you gentlemen remember how this works?
Yes. Yes, I do.
This one is only 10 questions. And I remember you guys talking about how you wanted some softballs, so I ignored everything you said. Why are we holding?
Technical difficulty.
Did you lose your book?
Nope, I did not lose it. It never got into my... Hang on, I gotta throw something.
It did get into your inventory. Hit triangle,
Yeah,
and then hit
I'm in the
R2.
inventory.
Yeah. And then R2.
I'm in there.
yeah,
I
should be
don't
there.
have it. It's not in there.
Here.
Oh. Okay, I got it now.
Got it now?
Okay.
Garbage.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right. So you guys wanted some softballs. I didn't listen to anything you said, and I did not give you softballs. So
Outstanding.
outstanding. But hey, there is a bonus question, and it's worth 2 points. So get excited for that.
Let's do
But
it.
also, there's only 10 questions in the bonus 11th question. Are you gentlemen ready?
Let's do this.
Genesis? All right.
Yes.
Question number 1. In what year did the VGAs start? 2003, 2005, 2007, 2008. Please write answers down. If you need them repeated, please let me know. We'll do the same thing as we did last time. We'll go over the answers at the end.
Repeat them one more time. 2003,
2003, 2005, 2007, or 2008. Get rid of that. I need 2 spaces open.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Question number 2. What is the only game to ever be put into Spike's Video Game Hall of Fame? Super Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda, Pong, or Donkey Kong? Can really hear you guys thinking. You both good?
Yep. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Question 3. In what year did the VGA/VGX turn into the Game Awards? 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. Fun fact on this one. There's one right answer, but I will give you 2 because internet sources are stupid with years. So,
Fair enough. All right.
Okay.
I'm good.
all right. All right, question number 4. Spike TV changed the format of the show and rebranded the awards from the VGAs to the VGX Awards. To Keighley, the format became more commercial and promotional rather than a celebration of video game achievements, and subsequently he left the show. Is this true or false? Ah, sweet. I got a 11-cent dividend from my Sony stock. That's exciting.
Oh,
You're
was that
rolling
today?
in the dough.
I'm quitting. See you later, guys. I'm rich now. Got 11 cents.
I'm rich. Honk honk.
It's funny. I also got Sony stocks. I bought into them.
Oh, yeah, I convinced you?
Yep. It was good convincing on your part.
Yeah, I've made a pretty amount, so I'm not upset. But
No, they
you
were
guys
doing
good?
I'm good.
Yes.
All right. Question 5. In what year were the winners announced ahead of the event? 2007, 2009, 2011, 2013. To help with this, Samuel L. Jackson also took part in this. So, if that helps date it at all. Probably doesn't, since he's been active for some time.
Yeah, he's yeah, definitely. Okay. I'm ready.
Genesis?
Yes. Ready.
All right, question 6. The VGXs were turned into a 1-hour event that was streamed online before airing live. Who was Jeff Keighley's co-host? Aisha Tyler, Joel McHale, Jamie Kennedy, or some YouTuber?
I remember that.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying I remember that. So.
I know, I'm sorry. I remember it too. Everybody good?
I'm solid.
All right. This one is a fill in the blank, but it's a money amount. Question 7. How much of his own money did Jeff Keighley invest to create the Game Awards? Fill in the blank.
Is the amount just either like a dollar amount or like
A
all
dollar
of it,
amount.
half of? Oh, okay, all right.
A dollar amount. Yeah. What does that mean? All of it. Come on.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready.
Genesis?
I'm ready.
All right. Question number 8. Prior to 2017, there were 28 industry experts and representatives that selected the winners, while the awards from 2017 onwards have used over 50 such experts. In 2018, non-English media publications were added to the jury. Is this true or is this false?
Cool.
Fun little fact, researching this, by the way, I found that it's that 90 is the jury, 90% of the vote is the jury, 10% is public voting. Congrats to Ghost of Tsushima winning the player's choice, by the way. But
Outstanding.
the reason that they do the November dates and then host the show in December is they have to make their decision a few weeks before the announcements in mid-November. And they only can go by the pre-release review copies and not the final versions of the game.
Huh.
I did not know that.
Wow.
So, I don't know if that's something we want to consider. I won't.
No.
I mean, I don't think we can because we never get our hands on the pre-release versions, right?
Again, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
we'd
someday
have
in the
to
future.
base ours on, yeah, maybe. We'd have to
Does
base our
everybody get on
answers
8?
on the final review, yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
we're good. Yeah.
All right, 9. Spell Jeff Keighley's name.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Number 10. What game won Best Direction in 2019, but famously lost Game of the Year? Jedi Fallen Order, Sekiro, Death Stranding, Outer Wilds. The hint is famously lost.
I'm literally gonna come down there and I'm gonna rip the podium off and hit you with the podium. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna destroy your life with the podium. How does it feel knowing that you're gonna die from a podium in a game?
These are actually lecterns, but thank you for coming.
A lectern, a podium, it's the same thing.
No, I think these are they? No, I don't know what they
They're
are.
supposed
They might
to.
be lecterns.
It should be represented as a podium because
Everybody
that's where you're
good?
standing.
Yes.
Everybody got that?
Oh, we're
Yeah,
solid.
we're fine.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. The bonus question. It's a true or false. Jeff Keighley took part in the first video game awards to air on television, which occurred in 1994. True or false? And then, gentlemen, when you're done, please pass your books down. You know, sign them, name them, pass your books down. I still have your books from last time. Let me do this. I fix that chair. I forgot to fix that. Oh,
Dropping
where is
it.
he? Oh, thank you. What is this one called?
My test. Oh. Totally
Here.
shorted that one. There you go.
Thank you.
Hang tight, you stupid thing.
Doo-doo-doo. Which one's your called? Yours is called It Should Have Won. It Should Have Won. That's clever. All right. Gentlemen, how do you think you did? Real quick.
I failed.
I don't think I did
Yeah,
that
I
great.
failed.
I don't think I did
All right.
that great.
What did you think of this one before the compared to the PlayStation one?
It's an excellent,
I was
excellent questions.
more confident in that one.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the PlayStation one way more. Just gonna say, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't bring my A game for this one, but that's okay.
I
All right.
still enjoyed it. I thought it
I'm glad.
definitely pushed the knowledge. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see if there's an upset again, like there was last time.
Oh
We'll
boy.
see.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 1. In what year did the VGA start? Giuseppe, you put 2003. Genesis, you put 2005. The correct answer is 2003.
Yep.
Oh, I figured. I had no
Again?
idea when it actually started.
Please keep track of your own points, because I will not.
Okay, good.
Second question. What is the only game to ever be put into Spike's Video Game Hall of Fame? Giuseppe put Legend of Zelda. Genesis put Super Mario. Giuseppe is correct again. Legend of
Alright,
Zelda
so 2
was
points.
the answer. Any guesses on the year that it was put into the Spike Video Game Hall of Fame?
Oh. Was that 2010?
Ooh, close. 2011.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, and then what year did the VGAs/VGXs turn into the Game Awards? Giuseppe's answer, hold on, there we go, 2012. Genesis's answer, 2015. You both were wrong. I would have accepted 2013 or 2014. 2013 is when it turned into the VGXs.
And I kept going between 2014 and 2015. Damn.
And 2014 was the year that the Game Awards started.
Oh.
So I would have honestly accepted both, because then there were things there that were just all messed up, like on Wikipedia and stuff that kind of overlapped. So it was a little confusing reading through it.
Okay.
All right. In question 4, the Spike, they rebranded the VGXs, and then came commercial, promotional. Jeff Keighley thought it came too commercial, and he didn't want to do it. Is that true or false? Giuseppe, you put false. Genesis, you put false. The correct answer, it was true. That is the reason why Jeff Keighley did not want to do it anymore. He said it became too commercial, and he didn't want to do it anymore, because they turned it into an hour-long program that they that it was like a quick airing, and like it had so many sponsorship deals, and he hated it. And I thought this was the funniest thing, and I knew it would trick you both, because we always make fun of that dude, because he's literally the brand guy.
The Dorito Pope.
He's the show.
Yeah. No, I know that, but that's literally he was like, it's about the video game achievements, because he wants this to be the Oscars of video games.
Yeah, well, he needed to do a much better job, and it hasn't really grown
honestly,
in that direction.
There's no racism in this one, so pretty good. All right, question number 5. In what year were the winners announced ahead of the event? Genesis, you put 2009. Giuseppe, you put 2009. The correct answer, 2007.
Oh!
Yeah, you're both so close, but yet so far.
I have 0 points, and Giuseppe's got 3?
No, I only have 2.
2, okay.
So far, so, it's all right. You guys might get this one.
Okay.
Who is Jeff Keighley's co-host for the VGXs, that 1-hour event? Genesis, what did you put? You just put some YouTuber. You are incorrect. The correct answer is what Giuseppe has, Joel McHale.
That son of a
Jeez.
hooter. He was so bad. Can we just take a
he
moment?
wasn't great.
He was terrible. And not only was he terrible, now I understand his brand of humor is just trolling, straight up trolling. But you know what? I remember that evening. It was so awkward the whole night.
It wasn't great.
I don't know if I don't believe he's that good of an actor to project that he didn't really want to be there. But I think that was him really not wanting to be there. And his trolling was just straight up terrible. And it was awful. And
it's funny because he hosted something like recently too, and he was actually okay at it.
Yeah,
like a Ubisoft thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
Aisha Tyler, I thought was going to trick Genesis, but it didn't. I'm glad. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
I like how I put some YouTuber, because I couldn't think of a YouTuber that wouldn't date it to 2013, who's still big enough now.
Right. Seriously.
So I was like, yeah. So I'm not going to do that. Anyways, how much money did Jeff Keighley invest into the Game Awards? Seppi, you put 10 grand. Genesis, you put 100 grand. The correct answer is $1 million of his own money.
Wow.
Yeah, he was having trouble getting sponsors, and to show his dedication to it, he put $1 million of his own money in order to get this done. It's literally his passion. So the dude, like, as much as we shit on him, family show.
Where does he come from that he has $1 million, cash in the bank?
I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't figure out really anything about his life. I know in 1998 he worked for Eurogamer, and he did some column that actually still runs today. That's actually super popular for them. But I don't know. We'll get to that though. You'll see why I have more questions later.
He's got to be independent. He's got to be independently wealthy. That's got to be it. He's got to come from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's pretty wealthy from hosting the Game Awards, I would imagine, too.
Well,
the Video Game Awards.
Yeah, but I don't. I mean,
because he also was paid to host E3, and then he also does a lot of brand deals, and he literally pops up everywhere.
I guess so.
So he's just a personality, and he's turned it into money, I guess. Well, or he really likes to save.
Ryan Seacrest light.
Yeah, basically. Next question is, prior to 2017, the 28 industry, blah, 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 blah. The correct answer was false. Giuseppe, you put true.
Aw.
Genesis, you also put true. You guys, this is how I tricked you. I even gave you some hints during the PlayStation quiz. If there's some numbers being thrown around, I've changed one of the numbers always. So it's always going to be false. So you gotta watch out for that.
Okay.
Because in 2018, non-English media publications were added to the jury. It happened in 2017.
Oh.
So, it's literally the only thing I changed. So, you guys were upset about that one last time, where I did that, so.
Okay.
Spell Jeff Keighley's name. Ooh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This may have been a fail.
One of you got this wrong. Genesis. You forgot the E before the Y.
What?
The
Yeah,
correct spelling is Geoff. Keighley is Keightley. You only
Hey, I
put
got it.
Keighly. Yeah, you got it right.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Genesis, are you at 0 right now?
Oh, I am. I told you I was going to fail this one. With
All
flying
right.
colors.
Next question. Jeff Keighley took part... Oh, no. What game won Best Direction in 2019? I'm going to guess you both got this one. This was a troll answer. I threw a softball for you guys. It's very easy. And then the final question. The final question was, Keighley took part in the 1994 Cybermania Ultimate Game Awards. Genesis, you put false. Giuseppe, you put true. Genesis,
Yay.
you are incorrect. Giuseppe,
Yeah,
explain why you said true.
It had to be true because again, just going back to how much he's been involved in the industry, and I didn't know anything about Jeff Keighley prior to his involvement in this show, but it had to have been true because it seemed too obvious for it to not be. I don't know. I had no insight prior.
What if I told you that he was only 14 at the time?
That makes sense. Yeah.
Do you know what he did?
I don't know. Was he like some kind of like a fake plant kid to be excited?
He was not.
Oh, okay.
He was brought in to help write lines for celebrity hosts to read.
As a 14-year-old.
So again, my question about his history, I don't know what kind of family he comes from, but clearly he's got some connections. That's where that question was. That's where I was like, ooh, I don't know about this.
Yeah, that's right. Keighley is definitely coming from some, skull and crossbones money. Yeah. Old money family. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything. I didn't look too hard into his life because I don't really care about him. No offense to him. I don't really care about anybody's life to look into that. But yeah, that's the quiz. The clear winner here was Giuseppe.
Yeah, I got 7 points.
Genesis, out of the you got 8 points. The final question, the bonus question, was worth 2. So congrats.
Oh, but that's 7 because I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7 with the bonus.
Oh, you counted? Oh, good. Okay. Did I say that at the
yeah.
beginning? I didn't remember if I said that at the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, Genesis, you can come back next year. Do it, win.
I'll be back here next year. I got nowhere else to go. I got nowhere else to be. I'll be here every day of the week.
I don't know what that means. All right, yeah, that's the end of the quiz.
You'll be here in our hearts.
Yes, in our hearts.
So the next person to come up here is going to be Genesis. Because he's reading the nominations, and we are responding.
Oh, outstanding. Yay!
Can I not put... Oh, man, that would have been cool if I could put a book on there. All right, then.
Oh, you can knock one of those... You can put a book on there. You're not holding a book.
Let me get a book.
You're holding an enchanting table.
Just a second. I just want to see if this works here. If that works, that'd be really cool. Let's see. Any book works? Just a regular book, right?
Regular book works, yeah.
Nope. Nope. Don't work. Alrighty then. Well, that was worth a shot.
Yeah, I don't care.
All right, gentlemen. So we're going to go through the nominees for the Game Awards, and we're going to go over what we think is going to win in each one of the categories. The way I'm going to do this is pretty simple. I have the website open here. I am going to be reading off each one of the categories, naming the nominees, and I'll ask each one of you guys who you think is going to win that category.
Yeah.
Now, can we say
yes.
can we add? And Adam, you don't have to do this or not, or Genesis, you don't have to do this or not. But can we also add like who we want to win?
Of course, yeah, I want to do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who we
you
want
can add
to
your
win
own opinions and
versus who we think will win. Right.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Not a problem. I believe we're doing a double cast this week, just so I can confirm this. We are going to be back here Thursday for the VGA for the Game Awards.
Yeah, we might do a short one afterwards. We haven't really decided on it. I don't know if we've. Well, most likely
I want
Okay.
to. What day is it again?
Thursday.
Thursday. Maybe. Oh.
Well, yeah, we'll come back.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Not a problem.
yeah.
Okay.
Tune in.
You guys
If
ready?
you're here, tune in.
Gotcha. All right.
I'm
do
ready.
this. Let's do
So I'm
this.
going to be leaving, obviously, Game of the Year for last. So I will be going down the categories now. Let's see. Is there a better way for me to put this?
Yeah, no. My 4K Batman Begins.
Nope.
What the hell just dropped? Probably nothing important, I would imagine.
Okay. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Best
Yes.
Game Direction. Okay? And the nominees: Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, The Last of Us Part 2. And by the way, if anybody watching the chat, please go ahead and put what you think will win in these certain categories as well, so we can read them out if you choose to do so.
Yeah,
Gentlemen, what do you
cool.
think? Giuseppe, you go ahead first.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say best game direction would be Ghost of Tsushima. If for any other reason, them planning out the scope of that game, and then its eventual lead into the multiplayer expansion to that, that requires a certain amount of leadership and vision from a game director's standpoint to ensure that not only is your initial product launch solid and draws all the right kind of attention for your project, but that the incredible expansion that followed, which, yes, it obviously has something to do with how you played the game as single player campaign before, but it's an entirely new experience that there's not necessarily a guarantee that would also catch hot fire with the audience, but having the confidence to do so, to me, demonstrates exceptional leadership, and I feel that Ghosts definitely should take that in spades. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And
Adam?
Is that who you expect to win too?
that's also that's who I
Okay.
want to win, and
I
who I
forgot. I'm
think
sorry about
I
that.
expect to win. Yeah.
Okay, so this one is going to be a rare one. This is one where I agree with Giuseppe. I think Ghost of Tsushima will win, and I want it to win Best Game Direction. Because the world they realized, it's so well realized, and it's unlike something we've ever seen it before. And the direction the game goes, like each moment I think about like a lot. Like when I think about gaming moments this year, there's a few that come from Ghost of Tsushima, and it's how that game looked and how it's presented. Also, whoever came up with the wind guiding you, that aesthetic, it's beautiful. Like there's just so much about that game where it's like it all helped to focus that narrative so well. Even though the narrative is good, it's not like the most complicated story in the world, but it's a good narrative, and the way it's just pointed, the ship is in the right direction. So that's why I think Ghost of Tsushima.
Cool. Fantastic. All right.
Genesis, you got some thoughts on these, or?
Do I give my thoughts? I feel
Why
like
not?
I'm just presenting them at that point, but
You should,
I think I'm going to agree with you guys on that one. The best game direction definitely should go to Ghost of Tsushima, and I think it should win. This one is just one of those games from when the title screen hit to that sequence of running through the first 5 minutes just wowed me for everything that they've done, for the way that they've made you feel in the game, and the way that they kind of showcased how we progress from one thing to the next. It might be like, something that's been done before in terms of like character development and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like for me, that game just aced so many boxes very, very quickly with me, especially. Obviously because of what I expected that game to do, and it surpassed all of my expectations. So for me, yeah, Ghost of Tsushima should win, and it is also my want for it to win.
Awesome.
I will also explain some of the categories if they don't, if they need to be explained. There are like subtitles underneath them that say, hey, what they actually mean, if there's
Okay.
need for explanation, though. So the next one is Best Narrative. And the nominees for this one are 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and Last of Us Part 2.
Can
Adam?
you explain what best narrative means?
For outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game.
My pick is Last of Us Part 2, and what I think will win is Last of Us Part 2.
Okay.
I have not much explanation on that. So, honestly, we can move on. Seppi?
I have a couple observations to make about this category, and it's not just going to be all about Lutu. First of all, I'd like to say that I feel that FF7 Remake ought to be disqualified just on general principle, because it's inherently incomplete. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the narrative is, I don't know. I mean, it's just not good enough in its fragmented status to qualify at all in this category. I feel it's just there because it is one of the biggest or bigger games to have released this year, and just by nature of that alone, it gives itself a nomination in this kind of a category. So I feel like FF7 Remake, as much as I enjoyed that game, and as much as I could see the potential for that ultimate narrative, once it is complete, to be worthy of winning this category, because the potential is there. It's set up, but it's all really dependent on what they want to do ultimately, and the decisions they make to wrap up, to tie up what they've possibly introduced in the first game. But we'll see. So, and that's not to just like punk out FF7 Remake. I'm just saying that I feel like they don't belong in this category, just by the technicalities, just by the numbers, not because what they did was poor. But that's number one. Number two, who I want to win is probably going to be, I want Ghost of Tsushima to win, because although I have not played the game myself, I've watched some gameplay, I've watched a lot of videos, and I have to tell you, there isn't a single person out there that has had anything negative to say about Ghost of Tsushima in regards to its story. But who will win will be Last of Us Part 2, because Brie Larson is going to be there, and that in and of itself is going to be the troll factor, and I feel like it's going to be an evening of a bit of trolling to the gaming community, because Last of Us Part 2 is a divisive game. I don't think it's necessarily split the entire gaming community down the center 50-50, but there is a significant portion of people out there that were specifically irate at Last of Us Part 2 because of its narrative, specifically in regards to its structure. It's not necessarily the choices made in character development or plot, but structure that really hampered it. And I don't feel that a game's narrative with a structure like Last of Us Part 2 it gets in the way. It's distracting to the player experience. That in and of itself shouldn't allow it to win, but it will because it's going to be a troll evening, and that's just the way it's going to be. I feel at the end of the day, the story ambition of Last of Us Part 2 saying that bad people doing bad things is bad is very pedestrian, and it's not much to speak of. And while Ghost of Tsushima may not have much more than that to speak of, I don't believe its structure hampers the delivery of its narrative. So while I want Ghost of Tsushima to win, Last of Us Part 2 will win. And I'm done.
My vote's going to have to go to Last of Us, and I think it's going to win as well. I want it to win, and I think it's going to win. For me, it's that journey that I went on in Last of Us 2, from beginning to end. The story that they were telling, when you put the first game and the second game together as well, just strikes me as very unique. I love the story of Ghost of Tsushima even when I got to the end. I absolutely love the ending as well because how they give it to the player as far as that's concerned. I wish they gave it to the player for Last of Us Part 2, but it's still a story in a whole, and if I'm grading them on a whole, I would I still haven't even gone back to that story. That's how much it has affected me. I have to say,
that's not necessarily
I
a
would,
good thing.
It's not necessarily a bad thing, though, either.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a very
I would put it
thing.
in the not a bad thing. There are stories that have been affected me in a bad way, which
Joe Rise of Cobra.
That was a bad story.
Yeah, that was a bad story.
story.
Absolutely, that one.
That was a bad story.
But yeah, I think it's going to win, and I think it should win. But that's my opinion on that one.
All right, cool.
Next category, Best Art Direction. And this is for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. We have Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Ori and the Will of Wisps, and then The Last of Us Part 2. Adam.
I'd say Ori's going to win because even though that game kind of, when it launched, it was a buggy mess. But watching that game, the art is beautiful. Like, the game itself is very pretty. And I kind of want that one to win. So I'm going to go Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Okay. Giuseppe.
I want FF7 Remake to win because while not 100% of the game is pure visual gold to partake in, a lot of the level design textures, some of them can be a little on the rough side. So in that regard, if you really dig in close, it does show some spots, but the character designs are all gorgeous. The animations are so gorgeous. Most of the larger set pieces, enemy design, attacks, magic, so good and glorious to look at, and it really is a good first step in revitalizing the FF7 IP. I want it to win, but I also believe that the Ori game will win because it seems like this is a category that is almost there for a dark horse indie-ish title to kind of step in and say, hey, we kind of built the whole game around art design, so yeah, we totally expect to win this. So I believe that Ori will win, but I want FF7 Remake to win. But
I actually
Ori
wouldn't
will.
be upset if any of these games won. They're all very pretty games.
They're all very good-looking games.
Yeah,
Fun
they are
fact,
very unique.
Giuseppe, if you play FF7 on a PS5, you remember the textures that would come up as sometimes pixelated, and people posted a lot about those, like why are they pixelated?
Right, yeah.
They don't appear pixelated anymore on a PlayStation 5.
Well, so it's a hardware issue. Gotcha.
A hardware limitation.
Awesome.
Yeah,
what's yours?
For me, I think I actually don't think Ori's gonna win. I think in my opinion, what should win is Ghost. What I want to win is FF7. Ghost has just the landscapes in Ghost look just amazing. I have the artistic design they took for just the amount of colors, the amount of greenery, the way the trees are, the way everything just kind of sways off the trees, even with the navigation system. And then to top it off, when you're in combat, you know, sometimes games differ when you're in combat and you're not in combat. Like, oh wow, everything looks great when you're not in combat, and when you're in combat, the resources kind of pull into the combat and say, okay, well now we got to focus on the moves and all that. FF7 didn't do that,
Right.
but Ghost took it to another level where everything still in the background was still that level of, oh my god, I'm decimating a Mongol camp, but in the back I can still see those trees, I can still see everything. And then while you're decimating them, the animations of the characters, the way that they do movements, the stance changes, all that. I think it's gonna take it. I want FF7 to win it though, because just like Giuseppe mentioned before, everything is very gorgeous in that game. And coming from somebody who has not played the original and I've seen only pictures and videos of the original, and how when you're taking something like that and bringing it into into 2020 and showing it off like, you know, how it is now, where it literally looks like Advent Children. It looks like you're playing the Advent Children movie, and this game kind of looks better. I think in many aspects looks better than the Advent Children movie.
Yeah, agree.
I would love it to win, but I think Ghost is also going to take this category. Even though I have seen Ori, and yes, the art direction is very good in that. It's a very unique art approach that they've taken to that, and yeah, it's Dark Horse indie game, yep. But the level of technicality that they achieved in Ghost of Tsushima with just the backgrounds and the stances and the way the enemies are and all that, I mean, they look fantastic. I think Final Fantasy VII will one-up Ghost of Tsushima only in the character models alone. Character models in FF7 you can't really touch. Those in there, meaning the characters you play as, because I know some of the NPCs are a little weird, but the ones that you play as, which the ones you're looking at most of the time are immaculate almost. Next one. Best score and music. For outstanding music inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack. Nominees are Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hades, Ori and the Will, or The Last of Us Part 2? Giuseppe.
I'm going to say FF7 Remake, both that I want and that will win. Yeah, both, yeah. It's just the sheer variety of music that they have going on in there. All of the remixes of classic tunes from the original game, updated and redone. I mean, it's there's nostalgia, it's reminiscent, but it's also neat and unique and totally updated. So yeah, that's my choice.
Adam?
I'm gonna go Last of Us 2, but I'm first gonna say I'm so upset that Ghost of Tsushima wasn't nominated for this. I've been listening to that soundtrack on Spotify, it's so good. But yeah, I'm gonna go Last of Us 2. A lot of good music in that game, and I think that will win, honestly.
Okay. For whatever reason, I feel like Last of Us, yeah, it had good music, but I'm wondering why Ghost wasn't in this one, because some of the music in Ghost was actually pretty good, and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good.
If Ghost was there, I'd pick that over all the others.
I mean, I'm even just talking about the flute. The haiku portions of it were really good. I like that. It was calming. It was cool.
Yeah.
I was like, that's awesome.
That soundtrack is beautiful in Ghost. Like
My vote's gonna have to go to FF7. I think for the same reasons that Giuseppe had mentioned. Just the songs, and honestly, Square Enix's games are usually pretty good with music itself. When it comes to any of their most of their IPs, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, even their Tomb Raider game. I've played the first and the second one. That music in those have been actually pretty well done as well. And as far as who's going to take it, I think it's FF7. I really think that's the one that's going to win it.
I got a #1 fan in my chat saying Hades, hands down, best soundtrack.
Oh,
okay. See now, that's the thing. Like I really like. I look at Hades, and again, because I'm not a PC gamer, I look
Switch.
at it or Switch. But I look at Hades, and I'm like, yeah, that is definitely like something I'd love to get into. I've watched some videos. And yeah, honestly, I'm gonna have some things to say about Hades later on. But yes, Hades, awesome, cool. Moving on.
What happened? I looked away for 1 second. How did those get there?
I don't know. I don't have anything. In my
Anyways,
head. But anyway,
moving on.
Yep. Right. So we're going on to the next one. So best audio design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design.
Okay.
The nominees for this one are Doom Eternal, Half-Life Alyx, Ghost, Resident Evil 3, The Last of Us Part 2. Giuseppe.
I think this is going to go to Last of Us Part 2. Although I feel like I want maybe Doom Eternal to take the sound, because I mean I feel like that game is like, in terms of like the effects and all of the stuff that's happening on the screen at all times, I feel like sound is such a more intricate trigger point for that game. But I think that Last of Us Part 2 is going to take it, because the degree of subtlety that's going on, especially when you're trying to stealth certain areas, this is where sound design can either make or break those kind of experiences. And I think it definitely lends itself to some really, really solid gameplay sequences when you want to stealth. Once you start unleashing fire, and you're out in the open, and you're just it's a firefight situation, then it's kind of like whatever. But yeah, when you're trying to sneak and stealth, yeah, I think Last of Us Part 2, that's where it really shines. So yeah.
Yeah, nice. #1 fan in the chat is saying Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And I did hear, I don't even think that was nominated, but they said it. Ghost of Tsushima, shout out to them, but I'm going Last of Us 2, and I think Last of Us 2 is going to win. On a technical level, that game is above almost everything else. So I'm picking that.
I'm going to have to say Last of Us 2, and I think Last of Us 2 is also going to win. So I would want it to win, and I think it's going to. I'm going to have to agree with the same points that Giuseppe made. The stealth, when you do the stealth in that game, when you're just going around some of the areas and you just hear these noises happening in the background, you hear the way the enemies are walking around, just also listening mode, honestly, that is literally using the sound design of the game. And that's something that it just uses it very well to its advantage. Ghost has a very similar system, I believe, with when you go into the quote-unquote stealth mode or the ghost mode. But I think Last of Us just executes it just a tad bit better. I love both, but I have to give mine to Last of Us, and I think Last of Us is going to take it. Next one. Best Performance, awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, and/or performance capture. Nominees: Ashley Johnson as Ellie, Laura Bailey as Abby, Daisuke Tsuji as Jin Sakai, Logan Cunningham as Hades, and Naji Jeter, as Miles Morales. Well, I messed up that one, but I didn't mess up the Japanese name. That's insane. Okay. Adam.
Shout out to Miles making it on there. Not his year, I don't think. Ooh boy, this is a tough one. I've been going back and forth in this. Like, do I want to give it to Ellie? Do I want to give it to Jin? Do I want to give it to Abby? I think Abby is an unwinnable situation. So I'm giving it to Abby, and I think Abby's going to win. So Laura Bailey.
Giuseppe.
I think Laura Bailey's going to win because it's going to be, again, this is referencing back to the Troll Fest. I think this is going to be Keeley's moment to kind of kick back at the people that harassed Laura Bailey about Abby's performance, which was, again, ridiculous and dumb for people doing that. Mm-hmm. She is not the character. You can have hate and dislike and disdain for a fictional character, but it's not Laura Bailey's fault for any of that. She's just there to give life and performance to the experience. So everybody needed to not do that ridiculous nonsense to her. But she's going to win as kind of like a backhand back to the bad actors in the gaming community who did that to her. I would prefer the gentleman from Ghost of Tsushima to win, because I don't know. Whatever. But it's gonna be Laura Bailey, for a backhand to the bad actors and for the trolling effect. So, yep.
I'm gonna want Laura Bailey to win, and I think she is gonna win. As much as I despised the character Abby, she did a fantastic job doing what she did in the game, and as the performance capture or anything that for any of the things, voice acting, performance capture, anything, she has done an immaculate job playing Abby in that game, and she definitely deserves to win that one. Even though, yeah, I don't like Abby at all, but yeah. Next one. Games for impact for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. The nominees are If Found, Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition, Spiritfarer, Tell Me Why, and Throughout the Darkest of Times. Giuseppe.
I don't know any of these.
This is
The only one that I know of is Tell Me Why.
I've heard of Tell Me Why. The rest I don't know.
Okay, well then I'll pick that one because that's the one that you guys just mentioned. I this is a bad category for me to make a prediction on. I'm sorry.
Tell Me Why.
There you go. I'll just pick Tell Me Why.
I think we're all going to go with Tell Me Why.
Tell Me Why. We think Tell Me Why is going to win. Good job, everybody. All right, next.
All righty, guys. Moving on.
Well done. Well done.
Best Ongoing, awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that involves the player experience over time. I don't know about this category. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. Adam.
I'm gonna go with, I think Fortnite's gonna win. Because of how many big events they've done the past year. No matter how disappointing some of those might have been to some people. I don't play any of these. But I could see... Yeah, but not recently. Not this year. I planned it in 2018, haven't touched it since. I'm gonna say... I'm going to give it to No Man's Sky, though. I think people are going to pick No Man's Sky because I feel like the internet has come a long way with that one, and they think that it's redeemable at this point. So, I'll go No Man's Sky. Because they've had, VR updates, crazy updates. They've updated it for next gen,
Yep, they have.
Yeah, Path of Exile, maybe, Should have been nominated, number one fan, that's what they're saying, so I'm just letting everybody know. I don't know.
I would agree on that one.
Yeah, this is another category where, I'm aware of all these games. I don't play any of them, and I honestly would never care to. But I'm going to say it's going to go to Call of Duty Warzone. Yeah. Because it's just taking bits and pieces of, the Fortnite model, and then just putting the COD magic on it, and Call of Duty's always consistently popular. You can always count on it, regardless of what it delivers in a campaign or whatnot. But Call of Duty Warzone, it's incorporating those fun and popular multiplayer mechanics, and yeah, I think it's going to take it.
Weird category for me because I've actually played quite a bit of these. I don't know why Destiny 2 is even nominated. It is a steaming pile of garbage.
It's a forgotten game. Who cares about
it? Definitely even has a PS5 patch coming out for it now. Huh?
Was Forgotten the DLC for Destiny 2? That sounds like something.
No, I think it was the Forgotten No, the Taken King was one. Never mind.
Yeah, I swear there was
what I think is going to win is Warzone. What I want to win is No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky has gotten many updates, including the next gen free update, the VR update being free, the multiplayer update being free. Yes, the game came out and it was not what people wanted, and it wasn't what people expected.
Thank you, Sean Murray.
The turn that this game has taken, and everything for free. So they haven't charged a single dime since. Everything that they've pumped out is free of charge. You pop the game disc in, and you get everything that they've done to this game up until today for free. Once you initially buy that disc, which that disc you can buy for like $10 now. I think it definitely deserves it, especially with all the ongoing production that's in that game. And I think they're still updating even more of it as we speak, because they're still making improvements to the next gen version, and you don't have to buy a new version of the game to get the next gen version. So,
yeah.
Definitely.
Real quick, brand new DLC for Destiny 2, Not Forgotten, came out in November.
Alrighty then.
Adam, Not Crazy. Yeah, that's fair.
Cool.
Best Indie for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional
It's Hades.
publisher system.
It's Hades. It's Hades. It's Hades. Enough said.
What are the nominations?
It's Hades.
Carrion, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, Spelunky 2, and Spiritfarer.
Oh, all right, there we go. Hades is not nominated.
Oh.
Nope, that's not an indie game.
Oh, it isn't?
No,
I don't believe
Hades
so.
is there. I just wanted to see what you would think.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I'm looking at the nominations too.
Good Lord. It's Hades.
I was like, it's not in there.
Man, you're all a bunch of trolls. All you Lu-2s, man, you're all trolls. And it's Hades. Hades for this category. Hades for this category.
All right, Giuseppe's giving his vote. Adam?
My vote is for Fall Guys. What I think is going to win is Hades.
Okay. My vote would actually be Carrion. I've watched a couple of people play this game, and I think it's pretty cool. It gives you the perspective of being the quote-unquote alien or danger in the game, rather than you being the one trying to destroy it, and you're trying to destroy everybody else. And then just the direction they took that, and it's not a very complex game. It's something I think anybody could pick up and play. Given, I think, maybe one or two mechanics, but that's pretty much it. What I think is going to win, I think I'm going to agree with you guys and say Hades.
Yeah.
Next category.
Carrion is a good game. Hades is going to win.
Best mobile game. I don't even know why one of these is nominated, but okay.
Okay.
Nominees. For the best game playable on a mobile device. Presented and sponsored by the LG Wing, which is powered by...
Don't read that. We're not sponsored. Don't read that crap. Take that back. iPhone. Buy an iPhone. Buy a Google Pixel. Buy anything else. No, we don't give sponsors here.
Don't buy an iPhone. Buy anything else
Come
but
on
an
now.
iPhone.
Don't read no sponsor. Get out of here. LG piece of life's garbage.
Nominees. Among Us. Call of Duty Mobile. Genshin Impact. Legends of Runeterra. And Pokemon Cafe Mix.
I'll tell you right now, Genshin Impact's going to win. There's no doubt about that. But after I stopped smoking crack, I've decided that Among Us is going to win. I haven't played any of these. I think mobile gaming is stupid. I don't care if you play it. Good for you. But it's not for me. But yeah, Among Us is probably going to win, and it probably deserves to win, even though it probably doesn't even deserve to be nominated because it's old.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but for some odd reason, it came into its own this year. Again, I know the technicalities of its release date. Again, that's very questionable. I don't understand how that works, but fine, whatever. This seems like one of those categories, again, custom made for a game that needs to be recognized for having a bit of a coming out party in this year, and that's going to be Among Us. You know what I mean? It's gonna be that. So this is like the category designed for Among Us to be recognized and have a little bit of star time.
Yeah, so, me time.
Yeah.
Among Us is probably going to win. And I've personally played Among Us. I have a lot of fun with it. If it ever ends up PS5, I would love to try with you guys. It'd be a lot of fun, I think. What I actually wanted to win was Genshin Impact. The amount of praise behind this game that I've heard, I've seen other people play it. I was going to play it and then I didn't.
I played.
I think you downloaded and you played a little bit of it and you're like, this isn't for me.
I played it for a couple hours and I was like, yeah, that's not for me.
What kind
also,
of
the number one fan, he's saying no as well for that one.
Okay.
What kind of a game is
definitely, Genshin Impact is just it's literally an open world MMO. People are relating the graphics to the Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. The gameplay is
it's free to play.
Similar to, I want to say the same, Breath of the Wild.
I wouldn't say it's similar to Breath of the Wild. It's
terms
similar
of combat
to like,
only.
I don't know about that.
Because you still have to grind. You still have to
it
level
wants
up.
to be Phantasy Star, is what it wants to be. That's a good way to describe it.
Okay.
I did not come up with that. That is from the number one fan of the podcast.
Okay. No, I get that.
It was completely unenjoyable. For me, I also played on my Europe account, so I couldn't play with anybody in America. Because it goes by Europe servers and stuff. You know, it's region locked or whatever. But yeah, it was not for me. I didn't even know it was on mobile. I can't even imagine how that plays on a phone.
Right. Okay. Huh.
Next category: Best Community Support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates / patches. This is a ridiculous category.
A great category, my favorite so far.
No, meaning the ones that nominated in this is what I mean. Nominees: Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, and Valorant.
All right.
It's got to be Fall Guys, right? It's got to be Fall
Guys.
No Man's Sky would be it. No Man's Sky.
Okay, so Fall Guys, I think, would win. I could also see Destiny 2 taking it. Because Destiny 2, even though we don't have a lot of fans here for it, it still has a big following, and I am on Twitter, and I do not follow anything Destiny 2 related, and for a while it was all over my social media because some dude left the studio, and people were like, oh man, this Twitter account's going to be so strange now with him gone, and like, I don't follow it, so I don't know. But I would think Fall Guys. Also, No Man's Sky. Like, they've patched it and stuff, but, like, they didn't really communicate much until they had something coming out.
They've been communicating a while with the players, letting them know what's going to be coming up next.
Yeah, they have those blog updates. But at the same time, like...
It's responsiveness, it's community... Like, Destiny doesn't have a transparency and responsiveness. Things have been broken in Destiny for a while, and they just continue to suck money out of people and say, oh, we're making new content, and then charge people an arm and a leg for another piece of content.
Uh-huh.
I don't understand how this category is made, but Make it short and sweet. I think it's going to go to Fall Guys, but I think No Man's Sky deserves that 110%.
I don't think No Man's Sky deserves that.
Okay.
Next category, best VR/AR. For the best game experience playable in virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform. Nominees are Dreams, Half-Life Alyx, Marvel's Iron Man VR, Star Wars Squadrons, and The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners.
I got a bone to pick with this category.
Oh, then start us off.
How dare they only nominate Dreams in this category? That game is barely a VR game, and the VR stuff is great, but at the same time, how is that not community support? They got a whole separate website for it. How is it not best ongoing game? Because it's constantly being updated by the community. Like, get out of here. By the way, Half-Life Alyx is going to win.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and echo you almost exactly. Yeah, I'll say that Dreams is, like, the game itself is community support. You know, like, that's the game. You don't have a game without people creating almost everything for that platform. I mean, granted, yeah, it also gives you the whole studio suite to create with, but there's so much more going on in Dreams that I feel like it does need much more recognition than it's getting here. But yeah, it's probably going to be Half-Life that wins because, you know, Half-Life 3
It also was reviewed really well, and
yeah,
like it was great, kind of groundbreaking for VR and stuff. So
yeah.
Genesis?
Dreams should win. Half-Life Alyx is probably going to win.
So 3 for
Dreams
3.
definitely deserves it. Not for just best VR, but yes, for ongoing support, for just being a fantastic game. I mean, with your recommendation, I picked that game up, and I was like, wow, I'm extremely surprised by how this game is.
It's so good. I'm mad.
Now, if I take the VR segment out of that, though, what I would want to win is the Iron Man VR. I've seen gameplay of that, and I tried the Iron Man VR with my VR on the demo. That's a lot of fun. I can get motion sickness pretty easily, though, in that. But it's a lot of fun. It makes you feel like Iron Man.
Apparently the game came out completely broken.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Next category. And I also don't understand why one of these games is here two of these games because it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Innovation in accessibility, recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Nominees: Assassin's Creed Terrible Valhalla, Grounded, Hyperdot, The Last of Us Part 2, Watch Dogs Nobody Cares.
Part 2, Last of Us. It's not even a competition.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's Last of Us Part 2. I mean, just going into that menu and seeing all those options. Again, just seeing that for the first time, I was stunned and amazed and impressed just at the volume of different kinds of options. I'd never really seen that in any kind of video game ever. At least not from a console perspective. Maybe in PCs, like all kinds of games gives you all kinds of different kind of settings that you can play with. But my goodness, Last of Us Part 2, wow, very, very impressive at what they did there. So yeah, definitely it's going to be them. It's not even a question.
Should and will, yeah. Over 60 plus, I think, accessibility options in that game. Got crazy. Worked with the community. The disability community, or the ability community, what they call themselves now, or I don't know. But yeah, worked with them. A lot of options there. So, really incredible.
Yeah, I have to echo the same thing, Last of Us. I would be shocked if either of these two garbage games even win, because I don't know if they want to give Ubisoft a freebie. But
I know Terrible Valhalla added some options there, and and they were kind of praised a little bit for what they've added. I don't know about Watch Dogs. Might have done the same stuff, like same basic stuff as Valhalla. But
They should fix the title, because nobody seems to care about Watch Dogs. Nobody cares Legion, you know?
I do not.
Next category.
Continue.
Best action. For the best game in the action genre, focused primarily on combat. I'm very skeptical about this one because
Resident Evil 4.
When I first saw this, wasn't Ghost on this list, and is it gone now, or was that just my imagination?
I think that was your imagination.
Yeah.
Okay. Nominees for this one are Doom Eternal, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, Nioh 2, and Streets of Rage 4.
This is going to be Hades. This is going to be Hades, although I wouldn't be shocked if Doom Eternal took it, but it's going to be Hades. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see. I can see Nioh 2 getting this one. I could also see Doom Eternal taking it. I have to throw in the number one listener of this cast. I just have to mention him. He would say that the action of Doom Eternal is broken up by those terrible platforming segments, so he wouldn't want that to win. So I can't really give it to Doom Eternal. Okay. So Hades, sure, I'll go with Hades. I think Hades will win as well. I'll go with that one.
There you go.
I think actually Nioh 2 is going to take this one. Nioh 2, and then I actually do want Nioh 2 to win. Nioh's a good action franchise, especially when it comes to samurai combat. They're the ones who did the stances and everything before the perfected version of that came out in Ghost of Tsushima. So yeah, Nioh 2 definitely deserves that one, I think. Next one. Best action adventure. And I don't understand why. Okay. For the best action adventure game. Well, this is best action / adventure. That's how it's categorized.
Well, I know, but I mean, like, just to differentiate a little bit more in between the categories, you have action games and then you have adventure games. I think people understand that their action is involved in both, but whatever. That's a semantics things for the show. Whatever. It's fine.
Best adventure game. For the best adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Nominees. Assassin's Creed, I don't know why this is being mentioned again, Valhalla. Ghost of Tsushima.
Titles get longer.
Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Ori, Star Wars Jedi, Fallen Order, and The Last of Us Part 2. I'm actually going to go first on this one.
Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead.
As much as I love the combat of Ghost, I actually want Spider-Man to win. And I think Ghost is going to take it, but I really want Spider-Man to win. It is not... So after playing Spider-Man back in 2018, and then playing Spider-Man again in 2020, it does not get old. Putting combos together, throwing gadgets down, and now with the added electricity power, it just made everything that much cooler, that much smoother, and I was like, wow. This gives you even more power in your hands. Ghost is probably going to take it, but I would love if Spider-Man won.
Well, if you don't mind me building off that, Giuseppe, I'll go next.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, so I agree with everything you said about Spider-Man because I've played, I did the remaster of Spider-Man, then I just uploaded my save and blah, blah, blah. But I loaded my save, and I'll tell you what. You playing as Miles, and he can do, like, the swing kick immediately, and you go back to playing as Peter in the first game, and he can't do the swing kick because you have to buy that skill. It's, it really, it shakes you. But then by the time you get to the end of that game, you still feel like Spider-Man. It makes you feel like Spider-Man, guys. I don't know if you knew that.
Feel it.
But, yeah, the Venom powers are super cool. I'm still going. My choice and what I think will win is Last of Us Part 2, because of one section where you're in that town and you're running through that town, and it's just a hype moment. So that's my choice though. But Spider-Man, it's just not long enough of a game for me to give it any kind of award. So sorry.
Okay.
I'll just say Ghost of Tsushima, and we'll just move on. Yeah.
Is that both your what
Yeah,
you think
that's
and what you want?
both. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good choice. Honestly, I wouldn't be upset with a lot of these games just trading off like everything. So
Right. Right.
Next category is best role playing, and we've hit about the middle of categories now, so we're about halfway through. Best role playing. For the best game designed with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. Okay, that part is a little confusing, but okay. The nominees, and Giuseppe, I think you're going to have a debate on this one.
Okay.
Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royale, Wasteland 3, and Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Well, I mean, first of
You
all,
played Persona 5,
well,
and you played Final Fantasy 7.
Right, exactly. And Royale is basically like just Persona 5, but more. And
Yeah.
that's, for me, that's a great thing. And if I had to pick between them, again, this is another one of those situations where FF7 Remake, because it is inherently incomplete, fragmented, maybe it doesn't really get the full complement. And as a result of that, plus a little bit of the, I feel like as it pertains to role playing, in FF7 Remake there have been some interesting character expansions and developments that weren't necessarily in the first game, but at the same time there are also a lot of bland filler bloat moments that make the characters kind of like peter off and plateau. So for those reasons, I have to go with Persona 5 Royale, because that game is awesome and amazing, and I'm sure that Royale just gives you more awesomeness and amazingness, and at the end of that game, you have to kill God with Satan, and that's just amazing. So, yes.
spoilers. Can you read the nominees again?
Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royale, Wasteland 3, Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Wasteland 3 is not going to win. Yakuza Like a Dragon is possible. I didn't play any of these. Honestly, I probably would have picked Spider-Man for this one, because as I was swinging around, I was like, I'm Spider-Man! So,
Godspeed.
thank you. Appreciate that. Especially with all the news today. I'm going to go with, I don't know, whatever Giuseppe said, I picked that one.
Persona 5 Royale. Good
Yeah,
good
sure,
job.
why not?
Good job.
I don't really
I'm
have
gonna
an
have
opinion.
to. I'm gonna have to go with FF7 Remake. For me, that was the one out of this entire list I would pick. Persona 5 was definitely a good game. The actual combat system was amazing. The way that everything works in the what's the name of the actual system that they use? The Persona system. Oh my God, it's in the goddamn
Wow.
title. What's wrong with me?
Hey,
The Persona
family show.
system.
Okay.
The Persona system that they have actually was very intuitive in my opinion. That was my second Persona game that I ever played. The first one was Persona 4 Golden on the Vita. And this one was actually interesting for me to pick up, because I enjoyed Persona 4 Gold, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna give this one a shot. I liked it. I still would give it to FF7 Remake, and I think Remake's going to take it, just because of how I think that system is so refined coming from FF15 to that. They just made that perfect ATB system along with Kingdom Hearts style gameplay for me. So that being the RPG it was, and how you level up and all your items and all that, I enjoyed that very much.
This is an interesting thing as it pertains to role playing, because like when it comes to a role playing game, there are several things to consider. There is the actual the thematic role playing that the player takes in trying to get into the characterization, and then there's also the role playing mechanics of the game that basically facilitate that further fusion into these characters or this party or this situation. So I mean, and at the end of the day, all of these things are necessary for a role playing game to go. So, sometimes, I wish some of these categories would be a little bit more descriptive in regards to, like, what exactly they're evaluating there, because, there's a little bit more to it. But, yeah, you make some very valid points about Remake. Like, all those things, I 100% agree with you there, too, with Remake.
Oh, jeez. Give me just a second, guys. Oh,
okay.
God. What in the world just happened?
Oh, dear.
Oh, God. All right. Hang on.
Poop your pants?
No, well, that too, but...
Are you going to move the page back up?
No, the page just died.
Aww.
I don't understand why. I don't get it.
All right.
I'm
Let's
really
fill some time, Giuseppe.
Yep.
Well...
All right, good job.
Should be back on the show.
I was watching Batman Begins before this podcast. I got all the way through it this time.
Outstanding.
I got the 4K Blu-ray, so, not gonna lie, that movie's showing its age. the blacks in it, not as black as they should be for a movie.
Uh-huh.
So, a little disappointing.
Uh-huh.
Some scenes just look weirdly lit. But,
God.
it also came with a Blu-ray. But I also own the movie on Blu-ray, I think twice. I don't know where the other copy is. I also own it on DVD. I know where that one is.
Mm-hmm.
So, Batman Begins, good movie.
Progressing a little bit further in Titans Season 2, and I gotta tell you, I'm not caring for where it's going. I mean, despite certain character reveals that they were going to be involved, so far, I mean, I don't like it as much as Season 1. Season 1 was just so good, and Season 2 is not. It's just, like, I'm just curious as to where it's going, because, like, honestly, it spent an awful lot of episodes going nowhere, so I'm concerned about that, but...
It's kind of what Season 1 was. There were some episodes in the middle there that just went nowhere.
Yeah, but they ultimately...
Probably not as bad.
Yeah, but they ultimately went somewhere. I mean, like,
That's fair.
Yeah, they started moving, and I don't mean just geographically. I'm talking about characterizations.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't talk
pushing them out of
geographically.
pushing them out of their comfort zones. And
If we were talking geographically, they were all over the place.
They were literally.
I don't know where the hell they were.
But literally, that is also it's both geographically and narratively not really going anywhere.
Oh, sounds
in season
thrilling.
2. It's not. It's really not, and I'm very disappointed about it. So,
yeah, start that Harley Quinn. So,
are we back?
Go ahead.
Nope, yeah, we're back. I got it up. I don't know what happened there.
All right,
My
and
entire
we're
computer
back.
just decided to die. Sorry about that, guys.
back.
Okay, so next category, we are moving on to Best Fighting. For the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat. We have
Head-to-head?
nominees. Yeah, you use your heads. Nominees, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Street Fighter V Champion Edition Ultra Maximum Fighting Remake 55th Anniversary Power
You're
Edition.
adding words. You made that up. You made some of that up.
One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows about because he trains a lot.
You're
and
making all
lost
this
his
up
hair.
again. You're making all this up. Trains a lot and lost all his hair. That's not even what happened.
That is exactly what happened to him.
I mean,
By
it's
Tom.
exactly what happened, but he didn't train that much.
He trained a lot. Under Night in Birth EXE late CLR bracket close.
I'll go first. Tell you what's not going to win. One Punch Man. That's not going to win because that game reviewed horribly. So, not going to win. I'm going to go Street Fighter V because I own that for a very short period of time because I ordered Dreams from Amazon and they shipped me Street Fighter V. And I was like, this is not what I ordered, and they're like, send it back. And I was like, where's Dreams? And they're like, I don't know, order it. I'm like, what? So I just went to a big red machine and I picked it up.
Nice.
I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to be MK11 because, if for any other reason, all of the friendship animations that they have in that game are just amazing. I highly recommend everyone go and check out that video hosted by Ed Boon. And they're hysterical and they're amazing. And Mortal Kombat 11, good for them. Although you do have to spend like $200 to get all the characters, but
oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, but that's another thing.
Grand Blue Fantasy Versus was good. Mortal Kombat 11 was good. Street Fighter 5 was good. One Punch Man was not good. And Under Night in Birth EXE late open bracket CLR close bracket was good. Moving on. Best Family.
Fall Guys.
For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform.
Astro.
Animal Crossing New Horizons. Crash Bandicoot 4. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Mario Kart Live. Minecraft Dungeons. And Paper Mario The Origami Queen.
Fall Guys. The end.
Yeah, I want Fall Guys to win. I don't know if it will. This might be hey, Animal Crossing. This is something that you need
This
to
might be,
now.
Animal Crossing's one category.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling Animal Crossing will just take this one.
Yeah.
I would love Fall Guys to win, but I think Animal Crossing's going to take this. Either that or Mario Kart Live, one of the two.
I don't think Mario Kart Live has reached enough people for it to win this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would love Minecraft Dungeons to win. That was a lot of fun for that game, but... Moving on.
Yeah.
Best Sim Strategy. Best game focused on real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. Crusader Kings 3, Desperados 3, Gear Tactics 3, Microsoft Flight Simulator 3, XCOM Chimera Squad 3.
Some of those were not threes. I'm gonna go Microsoft Flight Simulator for both because that game is just so pretty dang. It's just so dang pretty.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would
yeah.
agree.
Also,
Flight
Microsoft,
Simulator.
bring that over to the PS5. I know I have a PC, but your store is garbage, and I dislike you. Bring that over to PS5. I will indirectly pay you. I'm okay with that. I played Minecraft, Mom.
Microsoft, I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry, Giuseppe. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just piggybacking. Yeah, Flight Simulator. It's gotten so much attention. This is their category. The end.
Planes too, it's pretty exciting.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 3 is the trilogy that we've always wanted.
Yeah, it's my favorite of the trilogy.
It was definitely made to exist in a trilogy. It wouldn't have been able to be done in a sequel or a prequel or anything like that. Trilogy is the way it was going to go. I didn't even know there were that many Gears Tactics. Moving on. Best sports racing. For the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game.
Mario Kart 64. Oh,
F1. Kicking ball. Dribbling ball. No ball but a skateboard.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Sure.
Nice.
Tony Hawk. Yeah.
That's what the last one was.
Tony Hawk.
Is soccer, as football, some other garbage in
No,
there.
you were close with well, soccer was right. The second one was dribbling a ball was basketball.
Yeah, it's football.
NBA 2K21.
I call basketball football and football basketball. Don't ask questions. It's my life. I live it how I want.
Those games have to be there because there's the other sports there, but they have so much negative attention tied to those games. They don't even belong in the category to be recognized. Just give it a Tony Hawk and forget that those other sport games exist. Moving on.
Next one, best multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer game and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. Animal Crossing, Among Us, Call of Duty, Fall Guys, and Valorant.
Real quick, Animal Crossing's multiplayer is garbage. It's mostly because on the Nintendo Switch, their multiplayer is garbage. If you want somebody to visit your island, you can't really do anything until they visit. And the reason the whole turnip thing is so big is because the economy is completely broken in Animal Crossing, because the multiplayer servers are broken. So that game shouldn't be
Similar
nominated
to
at all.
the state of the United States of America.
I'd say, hey, you're not wrong. I'm gonna go Fall Guys on this one. I'm gonna go Fall Guys.
Okay, Giuseppe?
You know what? Same. Fall Guys.
I'm going to go ahead and think that Warzone's going to win it, but I would actually give my vote to Among Us. Again, because I've played it. It's a lot of fun. It is a
Yeah,
ton of fun.
I can see Among Us winning. I just want Fall Guys. And I think
Fall Guys was a lot of fun.
because I
Fall
want
Guys just, it lost its luster so fast.
It's because you were a
insane
loser.
how quickly it quickly. No, I won a couple times. I didn't win as many times as you, but
Well, no, I'm a fall god.
That's true.
Uh,
That's true.
I'm gonna just, you know what? I'm gonna mention this next category because I think your number one fan in your chat, one of the people who he or she likes to watch, is in this. Content Creator of the Year for a streamer or content creator who has made an important and positive impact on the community in 2020. Nominees are Alana Pierce, J. Ann Lopez, Nick Merckx, Tim the Tatman, and Valkyrie.
The number one fan, he's not in the chat anymore. He does watch Tim the Tatman. Tim the Tatman had a lot of positive stuff with Fall Guys. Other than that, I don't really know what he did. I know someone in that category does something with like women of color in games. And I know
think it's
Alana
J.Ann
Pierce.
Lopez?
I think so. And I think Alana Pierce has raised almost $1 million for charity because she streams for charity all the time. And she was also like one of the co-creators of the Disability or Ability Gamer Awards that were
also
like
works for
a
Sony
month
now.
ago. She also, she got a job as a writer for Santa Monica. So probably working on the next God of War. Hopefully that's good.
Giuseppe, any
But
comments?
I'll go with her, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to go with her. She's probably not going to win. But I think she will, actually. I'm going to go with her.
Yeah,
Why
she's
not?
probably
Alana Pierce.
she's probably going to win because I think she's the most well known out of all those people.
Tim the Tatman's the most known.
Okay, well then I'm going to go with Tim the Tatman, but it's probably going to be Alana Pierce.
Well, you got to remember that Greg Miller beat PewDiePie like 2 years ago.
Right, that's the IGN connection.
That's fair.
I'm
did
flipping.
she
I'm
work?
flipping it though.
I don't have an opinion. Next, best debut game. For the best debut game created by a new independent studio, Carrion, Mortal Shell, Raji and Ancient Epic, Roki, and Phasmophobia.
I got to give it to Raji because I don't know who that is, but he sounds like a nice guy. He's working hard. He's making a game. But the real answer is Phasmophobia, only because I've seen the most about that game, and it's well liked, and everyone keeps talking about how what is it? The sound location.
The
What is that called?
so the sound design in that game is absolutely amazing. The push to talk is even more amazing, and the proximity chat.
Proximity chat. Thank you. I wanted to say sound echolocation, and I was like, this isn't Echo the Dolphin, so let's get out of this. So I'm gonna go Phasmophobia. Seppi.
Giuseppe.
Sure, I'll say Phasmophoria, but well, whatever. But you know what?
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia. But
It's
you know
not a
what?
Zendaya TV show.
Maybe Carrion. Yeah, I would like Carrion maybe to win, but
All right.
yeah, it'll be Phasma, Captain Phasma.
I want Phasmophobia to win, and I think it's gonna win. But on a side note, Mortal Shell could have won if it did not come out broken, because Mortal Shell was supposed to be a spiritual successor to Demon Souls. And it was supposed to be very, very good. It was hyped up to be this
Is that
big,
the one that
big
was
Disney
$30?
game.
Yeah.
Yes, and it was supposed
And it was
to be
made by,
really
like,
hyped up.
12 people.
Right.
Yep. And
It showed.
And it unfortunately failed.
It showed.
I believe one of your listeners was hyped for that game. I don't know if he bought it, though.
I don't think he did, no. I don't think he did.
Okay, good.
Shocking.
That
Phasmophobia
guy's
definitely
dumb.
deserves it, though, and is going to win it. If anything else happens, Phasmophobia deserved it and should have won.
All right.
I'm going to skip the next couple of categories. So let me see
What?
if I can get to another one.
How
here.
dare you? What are the next couple? Are they like esports?
Two obscure
Esports,
games.
everything esports.
I
Esports
don't
coach, esports event,
I don't
esports
care.
game,
Don't
esports
care.
host,
Don't
esports
care.
team.
Don't care.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
not
throw-
something that we partake in. So
No.
we'll skip over those.
We'll skip that.
I am gonna throw a curveball at you guys.
Throw curve. I
Uh-oh!
like it. Like it.
Ow!
So-
What the heck? You really threw something.
Oh dang.
What?
Dang.
I'm gonna give you guys a two categories, and I'm gonna give you a couple nominees, and you let me know what you want to win in those categories.
Okay.
Okay.
So first category, your biggest disappointment of this year.
Biggest.
Are these
support
nominated
hall.
here?
Nominees.
These made up?
Nominees.
These are made up.
These are made up.
Doom Eternal, Last of Us Part 2, Animal Crossing, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I'm trying to remember if this last one came out this year. 7? No, it didn't come out. No, those are your only ones.
Oh God. I'm gonna have a dumb answer. Mine's gonna
What's
be
your dumb
Animal
answer?
Crossing because I wish it was on PlayStation so I can get some trophies and talk with you guys. It's annoying
No,
playing it on Switch.
That's not a dumb answer. That's a good answer. That's not
It's a dumb
one.
answer because that game wouldn't change that much. I mean, the online would work, but it wouldn't change too much. It's got like a sticker thing, and you're getting like achievements, but it's not the same. Like I just don't care. And then like I don't know. It's annoying it's such a first world problem to be like, it's annoying to turn on a different console and switch HDMI cords and the inputs. So, that's what I get for buying a TV with only 2 HDMI ports. How dare it?
Well, yeah, you should have bought
Actually, it
one.
might have 4. I think it does have 4. Never mind, I'm dumb.
Well, you
Give me
should
one.
use the other 2. Giuseppe.
We also probably should have included FF7 remake on here as well because
Did I not?
no,
You did not. You did not.
I'm sorry. That was
So-
probably one I was missing. FF7 remake. I apologize.
So, and I'm gonna put both. I'm gonna say both FF7 remake and Last of Us Part 2. For
You gotta
the
pick
same-
one, man.
Well, I'm picking them both because I can do whatever I want. And
Wait, hold on. Now, are we
reason-
picking what we want and what we think will?
Yes, yeah, we'll go with that. What you want and what you think will win the biggest disappointment of this year. We'll go with that.
Okay,
That way,
okay, all right.
Giuseppe can have both.
Right.
There
So
you
what I want and what are going to win as biggest disappointments, at least for me, are both FF7 remake and Last of Us Part 2 for the same reason in terms of what they're trying to do with their story. Now, again, this is another one of those situations. I said it before. FF7 remake is incomplete, but the story that they present to you in that game so far, again, very divergent from what was happening in the first game, and this whole business about Aerith leading the party to challenge the fate of Destiny, blah blah blah. Okay, now that's a very generic-y kind of like trope in fantasy role-playing type games. I don't know what that means. Now, the potential for that being a great story turn is there if Aerith winds up being an ultimate villain in the end because she wants to change fate for selfish reasons, which avoids her own personal sacrifice, and she gets to live the life she wants with her true love in Zack. If that's where they want to go, if that's where that story is building up to. If it doesn't go there and it goes off into some other weird, nonsensical place in a Kingdom Hearts kind of way, then, trash that. And then Last of Us Part 2. It's a great game to play. Turn the volume off, skip the cutscenes, trash the story. That's the thing that ultimately I was really looking forward to in that game, but I was really let down. The game is still fantastic to play. I had, and I will have again, an ultimate blast, murking dudes and taking all those guys, all those horrible, horrible human beings, of which both player avatars you control in that game are also a part of. Just murdering all those awful, terrible people, and then enduring all the suffering and horrible nonsense that the characters you control as well, because it's just a game filled with horrible people that need and deserve to be killed and murdered and buried and forgotten, and that's my answer for that.
Okay. Next category. This one's going to be a little bit weird, so I'll explain it. What was so this category is the biggest surprise delay of 2020.
What?
So what delay shocked you the most?
What?
Because this has been a year of delays. So basically is what I'm saying. This year's been a year of delays, and I want to know what out of this category the nominees should have won the biggest surprise delay to you, or to however you see this question fit for yourself. And I'm going to give you the nominees. Cyberpunk 2077. Crossfire X.
Wait, Cyberpunk 2077, which delay?
All of them.
Just delay in general. Delay. I'm saying, what's
okay.
the biggest surprise delay to you? So surprise
Okay.
Pikachu
Well, the first
face
two
meme.
weren't surprising.
What was the biggest surprise delay to you? Cyberpunk 2077, Crossfire X, Deathloop, Dying Light 2, Far Cry 6, Halo Infinite. That's it.
All right. I'll go first, I guess.
Sure.
I want to quickly write in Sackboy because the multiplayer was delayed, and that was surprising and a little upsetting. Still sometime this year, apparently. No idea when, but
Game's out, we'll get it.
Cyberpunk's first delay, or however many times it was delayed, not surprising until it was delayed after it went gold. Then I looked into it, and apparently that happens more often than we think. I get it's just not often for something so large.
Is that the one you think, or the one that should be the biggest surprise?
No. The biggest surprise is Halo. Because we learned today, before this podcast, that Halo is coming out fall 2021 is what they're aiming for. So not only did they delay it, they delayed it by a year, like a full year. And they keep saying, like, oh, the game's, we just got to upgrade some things. If you read that article that they put out, like it's literally like, hey, we're building it a lot. We're improving some things here and there, and then they show us what they did, and it's like, yeah, these look beautiful, but at the same time, this looks like nothing you showed before. Like, it doesn't even look like you're using the same foundations that were previously shown off. So that's got to be the biggest delay for me. Also, because I know that hurt Microsoft. I know for a fact that it hurt Microsoft to delay that game, because no matter how ugly that game was, or how terrible, or graphically broken or glitches it had, that game would have sold Xboxes, no doubt, no matter how bad it would have been. So props to them. Yeah, props to them for actually delaying it, even though it probably cost them like a competitive launch, and that's why they're doubling down on Game Pass and like everything. So I'm gonna have to say Halo just for the sheer length of the delay.
Giuseppe?
I'm going to say most surprising is Cyberpunk after going gold. If for any other reason, the whole business about that Twitter exchange is like, okay, CD Projekt, good to go, good to put my reservation down and to, take time off from work. They're like, cool. They're like, all right, awesome. And delay. So that was an epic exchange right there, and another epic foot in mouth situation. And if in fact all of the technical shortcomings of that game are in fact as bad as advertised so far prior to release, day one patch or not, CD Projekt is gonna find an awful lot of its goodwill dried up in a second, and it will turn to vitriol like you've never seen before. But most disappointing is Dying Light. My goodness, I mean, I was expecting that. Yeah. What is going on, guys? Come on! I was really looking forward to it. Because Dying Light was a game that I had gotten. The first one was one that I had gotten into on a whim, and wound up having an absolute blast of a time. And I was really, looking forward to the follow up to that. But very disappointed in that. So, surprising, Cyberpunk, disappointing, Dying Light 2.
Okay. The one that I would want to win the most surprising should be Cyberpunk, obviously with how many goddamn delays we went through.
It's been a lot.
Family show!
It's been a lot.
Is that really? Okay, all right then. With how many bad
Can't
delays
say it on
we've gone
Disney
through
at
with
1 p.m. You can't say it here.
Cyberpunk definitely should not have gone through so many delays. I don't know for what unknown reason. I guess we'll never know. No matter how many things they say to us, no matter how many things PR puts out, no matter how many things the company says, it is what it is. But I think I'm gonna have to agree with Adam. The actual winning surprise delay was Halo Infinite, because I did not think that with the Xbox Series X still on track for this year, they would have delayed Halo Infinite. I thought if that game gets delayed, we are seeing a Series X move to next year, and we will not have a PlayStation 5 this year, because that'll probably get moved as well. But
yeah, I remember you saying that.
See, yeah.
That still happened. It still went through, and there is a clear reason as to why there's 2-1 for PS5 versus Xbox Series X being sold.
Sure. Sure.
That lack of that flagship title definitely hurt Microsoft. We'll see if that remains the case next year. Let's see how many people will still be eager to play this. I'm sure people will still be, but I don't know if it's going to be the same volume that originally was eager to play it this holiday season. But yeah.
And you guys make very, very
Probably
valid
more,
points.
honestly.
Yeah, you guys make very valid points in regards to Halo Infinite. But the one reason I'm not surprised at that is because I look at Microsoft's ambition for its console and its baffling, really, like, mishandling of how to handle flagship software in general. They don't know how to do first party. They just plain and simple don't know how to do it. And Halo in particular, that has not exactly been trending upwards as an IP in recent years. So I'm not surprised at all of the misgivings and bad luck that production has had, because Xbox. That's the reason why. So I honestly was not surprised by that. It's a trash IP with a trash company and a trash console, and of course it's going to be delayed because obviously everything that they revealed about it was trash. So there it is.
This episode of Crafting and Chat is brought to you by Halo.
Where the hell Infinite at, though?
Alright, Genesis, where'd you go?
He's flying.
I'm right
He's
here.
flying. He's back.
That is it for me. That is the end of the segment for nominees and all that. I have nothing else to say with it.
We're missing.
Yeah, no, I have nothing else to say with it, and we're basically done. Giuseppe, you want to take us home for this?
All right, hold on. No, wait. Go up to the chair. Go up to the chair. You'll see. I got a plan for this.
Oh, okay.
Who wants to pitch their game of the year first? Wow, no volunteers, huh?
No. I didn't know how we were
right.
going to handle that. So
Genesis, tell me what the Game of the Year awards contenders are.
All right, nominees for Game of the Year. There seems to be only one nominee. Ghost of Tsushima.
what?
Keep going.
Second nominee, Ghost of Tsushima. Third nominee, Ghost of Tsushima. Fourth nominee, Pokemon Sword. Fifth nominee, Tetris Unlimited. Sixth nominee, Larry's Leisure Suit Expedition Edition. And last nominee,
What is happening?
Halo Infinite.
What is going on? What is happening?
If I'm honest with you, I have no idea.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Game of the Year contenders. Nominees. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Nominees are Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Animal Crossing, and The Last of Us Part 2.
All right. I've played Ghost of Tsushima in full. I played quite a bit of Animal Crossing, about 30 hours, and I played Last of Us Part 2 in full. My nominee, what I think will win, and what I want to win, is Last of Us Part 2. The journey that game took me on is almost indescribable. Almost no other game, probably no other game has took me on that journey. Whether you think it's good or bad, it's completely up to you. But Ghost of Tsushima, as much as I love that game, as much as I could play hours of that game, including the multiplayer and all that, that game never gave me the feelings that Last of Us 2 gave me. Whether I wanted it from that game or not really important. But, yeah, Ghost of Tsushima I really like, and Animal Crossing I like, but not enough. But Last of Us 2 is definitely my Game of the Year nominee, and what I think will win. But I think it's certainly possible that this could be a Red Dead 2 versus God of War situation, and Red Dead 2 is the Last of Us 2 here, and God of War is Ghost of Tsushima. Either way, Sony wins. So that's my choice. It's my pick. Who's next?
We'll go next. I've played FF7.
Hey, stage.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. I'm just looking at the screen. Sorry. Okay. I've played FF7. I've played Ghost of Tsushima. I've played Last of Us Part 2. Out of those three, because I don't really care about the rest of them, what I want to win is Ghost. What I think is going to win is Last of Us.
Interesting. You changed.
I really enjoyed Ghost, and I would love for Ghost to win. I think it deserves to win, especially being a something that I think when we initially saw it back in E3 2017, correct me if I'm wrong, 2017? 16?
You said correct you if you're wrong. Nobody corrected you. You were right.
All right.
Keep going.
You must be right.
E3 2017. When we first saw this,
2018.
I don't think we all looked at it in a way to say that, oh, this is going to be a game of the year or something like that, or this is going to be insane.
Yeah, we did.
It looked cool. We all
when we looked at it, we were like, "Are you kidding? That's ridiculous!" And then when the game came out, it didn't look anything like what they showed. But at the same time, it still captured the essence of it. We all thought that looked amazing, and we all wanted it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Did we think it was going to be a Last of Us Part 2, though?
We all thought it was going to be a Sony exclusive. And at this point, they have that repertoire, or what is the word I'm looking for? Anyways, they have that.
Yeah, you were correct with the word.
We got it. Yeah, that's true.
It's come such a long way, and for Sucker Punch to step out of their comfort zone and do something like this, coming from Infamous and designing Second Son on PS4 to this now, it definitely deserves every accolade and every bit of praise it's earned. Unfortunately, Last of Us Part 2 is going to win it, because much like how Adam mentioned, it took me in a journey that I have not revisited yet, and I don't know if I'm mentally and emotionally stable to go through that again. And I think that for a game that does that to people, it's going to win. And that's it.
All right. Seppi, go on stage.
My turn.
Why are you sitting over there? All right, whatever.
So, Genesis, can you read for me the description of the category again?
Yes. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields.
Okay, so based on the letter of that description alone, the winner of this category should be Ghost of Tsushima. If for any other reason, everything that I've seen... Now, while I haven't played it myself, and I do admit that is a shortcoming on my part, but I'm a poor person. Based on that description alone, combined with everything that I've read, everything that I've seen, and everything that I've heard amongst our own personal group of friends, Ghost of Tsushima checks all of those boxes in spades without a whiff, a hint, a whisper of negativity, critique, criticism, shortcoming whatsoever. There's been nothing but goodwill surrounding Ghost of Tsushima. In many regards, Ghost of Tsushima is like the teacher's pet of this year. In contrast, you have The Last of Us Part 2, which is a highly anticipated title, the big juggernaut, the critical darling going into this calendar year. But the net result was not the effect that Ghost of Tsushima had. It was not that. While it may have resonated with a number of people, it also resonated with a number of people in the opposite direction. You guys spoke of a journey that it took you on, and for me, it also took me on a journey similar to the Western New York Metro Rail, from nowhere to nowhere. Just too much negative catharsis layered upon negative catharsis, and the narrative was not one of those things that is reflective of what the description of best game of the year delivers. And while I believe Last of Us 2 will ultimately win, because I believe the theme of this game award show will be a bit of trolling for Brie Larson and other people and other reasons, I feel. I still want Ghost of Tsushima to win because it has too much positivity surrounding it from so many different angles, and it has the technical chops, it has the gameplay chops, it has the narrative chops to go toe to toe with the critical darling of Last of Us Part 2. However, I will say this. I will add this as a caveat to my selection for Game of the Year. Pay attention to what happens in the indie category, because if Hades does not win Indie Game of the Year, guess what just happened? The Dark Horse of the Year just took Game of the Year in Hades. So I'm going to say just watch out for something wild and crazy and something that nobody saw coming, although everybody would more or less be like, well, I guess that happened, and I think I'm okay with it. If Hades comes out of nowhere as a dark horse candidate to win Game of the Year, you heard it here first. That's how it's going to go down. And that's all I have to say about that.
All right.
The end. Yeah, no, okay.
Nice.
Let's all remember that, whatever game wins, who cares? These awards are stupid. They don't really matter. And don't mean anything. Thousands of outlets create a game of the year. So if the one you didn't win probably won somewhere else. This one's just the biggest one, so that's why we talk about it.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of opinions here, a lot of good stuff, a lot of conversation. Everybody, Giuseppe, take us home. Take us home.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is wrapping up episode 19, Crafting and Chat. We've been talking about the Game of the Year awards, and there have been a lot of really, really good games coming out despite COVID, despite 2020, despite all the nonsense. And definitely check some of these games out. If you haven't had a chance to, definitely get into them, because we got some great fourth quarter sales going and great opportunities to work on that backlog. Yeah, that'll be wrapping us up for the night. Everyone, be good out there. Don't be dicks. Be better behaved on playing your games online.
You tell me, family. All right then. All right then.
Can you not interrupt people? That was very rude.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
Giuseppe, keep going.
You just violated my request.
Come on.
Yes.
Also, it's past midnight. Kids shouldn't stay up this late.
And also,
if your kid is watching, you fucked up as a parent. Let's be honest with each other.
Everyone be good, be nice, be kind to each other, wear a mask, wash your hands, and we will see you next time on Crafting a Chat.
Probably Thursday.
Possibly
yeah, probably Thursday. We might do one. Honestly, we're probably doing one. If we're all here, cool. If not, then we'll talk about it next week. But we'll definitely be doing something.
All right.
Twitch.tv/craftingachat, people. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.